Konnichiwa, minasan. Genki?
Today marks the beginning of the Obon, and Obon is its Buddhist event for commemorating your ancestors, and the legend says that the spirit of your ancestors is supposed to come from the grave and visit your house or the relative's house. Lanterns are hung in front of houses and at the cemetery to guide the spirits, and the spirits then visits the houses on the 13th of August, where they're given a dango as a welcome offering. Then the 14th and the 15th they are provided with a ohaki, which we will be making in the next video, and the link will be up here in the right corner. The ohaki is a snack to let the ancestors take their time and enjoy their stay at the house of their relatives. And lastly, on the morning of the 16th, the ancestors are sent off again with a plain white dango as an omiyake, or a souvenir in English, which they can bring home and eat with their favorite seasoning when they get home. But let's get on with the video and start making the dango, as the relatives are coming very soon.
We start by mixing in water gradually with the non-glutinous rice flour, also called Jyoushin flour. Once it has come together pretty well, then you can start kneading with your hand, and you will have a difficult time getting it all together, but it really does not need more water than it already has gotten. So once you get it all together, it will actually get together at one point. It takes a couple of minutes, and then you form it into a ball and set it aside. Then we take the second flour, which also is a rice flour, called Shiratama flour, which is a glutinous rice flour. And it's the same procedure as last time, so you just mix in the water gradually until the dough comes together a little bit, and then you use your hands to knead it together until it is a small ball of flour. And then you have two balls, so you smash them, and then you have one ball, and then you can knead them together so they become a unified rice ball. Yes, and then you can just squeeze it out in manageable portions and cut them into 3 or 4 portions, and then cut those, once rolled out in a sausage, into the dangos that we will be using. Then you just roll each small ball into a ball and then set them on a plate. The rounder the better, of course. And then you pour them into boiling water or simmering water. Just pour all of them down, and then once they start going up to the surface, then you start a timer saying 3 minutes. They look pretty cute when they go up to the surface, doesn't it? And the timer, and 3 minutes after, then we can pour out the water and then wash them with some colder water. Then in a pot, then we put in 3 tablespoons of sugar, along with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, along with a bit of water. Stir that together, until you get a thick sauce, and then you can pour that into a nicer plate where you can turn the dangos once they are speared. So once the dangos are cooled down, then you can put them on a spear. Usually it's like between 3 and 5 on one spear, so I like 4, so why not just 4 on a spear. Then we sear them on a pan, or if you do have like a grill, that's ideal, of course, because that's what the traditional way is. And then you also get these nice grill marks on it. But otherwise you can use a toaster or a frying pan, of course. And then you just turn them once they get a bit of color on one side. And then you can turn them in the sauce. And then this should look something like that.
Okay, so we finished the dango, and it has the sauce, obviously, as we mentioned in the movie. But let's try and have a bite. We definitely made dango. It is a very chewy texture, like normal dango. I tried one without the sauce when we actually made it, just when we came out of the water. It is a lot more plain without the sauce, obviously, but the sauce really helps make the dish come together a little bit more and make it a bit more sweet. Definitely worth it with the sauce. I think it's still better than the one you buy in the 7-Eleven and so on, but we still have a long way to go if we want to master this technique, I think so. But if you made it this far in the video, then I'm sure you are interested in watching the next recipe for obon, which is gonna come out tomorrow. And if it's not today and it is tomorrow, then, or any other day, then the link will be up here in the right corner. It will look very nice. And I will see you in there.